All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, on the planet Earth, this is My Health, Your Health with Kevin Vaughan today. And guess what, guys? We have a certified doctor on today. She is a wonderful, wonderful dermatologist. We're going to talk about it in a minute, but I want to greet her first. Dr. Jeanine Downie, how are you today, ma'am? God bless you.
Good, thank you. How are you doing, Kevin? Thank you for
Uh,
having me on.
oh, thank you so much, Doc. It's a wonderful day today. Trust you had a great day, Doc. We also trust that you had a great day as well. Hey, guys, we're going to get right to it because our time is limited with the doc. She's really busy. So I was really excited about getting her time, to be honest with you, on this program. But My Health, Your Health brings in people. Now, I am not a doctor, guys. I'm going to let you know that, but she is a doctor. So we bring in people who are certified, who've got their PhDs, got their background in the area of their expertise or interests as well. But real quickly, guys, we want to jump right into it today. And guys, I want you to pay attention because this is concerning our health as it relates to dermatology. Dr. Jeanine Downie is board certified, ladies and gentlemen, dermatologist and holds licenses. I love it. And holds licenses in New York, New Jersey, and California. I told you guys she is all over the place and actually globally as well. She has been the director of her own practice, Image Dermatology PC, in Montclair, New Jersey, for over 23 years, ladies and gentlemen, and lectures nationally and internationally on aging, anti-aging, fillers, Botox, chemical peels, cellulite, skin cancer, and so much more, ladies and gentlemen. I want you once again to welcome Dr. Jeanine Downie. Doc, again, welcome to My Health, Your Health with
Thank
Kevin
you.
Vaughan. God bless
Thank
you.
you very, very much. Appreciate
Amen.
that.
Appreciate you.
So I'm a MD, so I'm a medical doctor. I just wanted to clarify, I'm not a
Yeah.
PhD. And I'm board certified in dermatology, so I specialize in cosmetic dermatology specifically. But I see a little bit of everything. So I see more women than I do men, but I see men, women, and I see children. So really quickly, a little bit about me. I've published over 100 papers. I've lectured on every continent except Antarctica, but I'm hoping to change that.
I'm sure.
And I do a decent amount of TV. Good Morning America has had me on within the past month, which is how you found me. I was talking about synthetic
Yeah,
hair. So
right.
we'll get to that in a second. I just did a segment today for TV One, for News One, talking about the new military regulation and how African American men
Wow.
may be expunged from the military if they're not willing to shave, and how I thought that was negative, and I think they need to fight that. And that I'm willing to help them with their fight if they need be. I can testify before Congress because it's discriminatory and it's not fair.
Right.
Um,
Wow.
so that being said, I am considered a key opinion leader. I do tons of clinical trials. I've, in my practice, and I try to make sure that every patient is treated with decency and respect. My
Right.
Instagram is at Jeanine Downie. My name is Jeanine Downie, and my practice name is Image Dermatology. So, how you met me? The
Yes.
synthetic segment I did on Good Morning America
Yes.
has to do with the fact that, unfortunately, Consumer Reports as of late February of 2025 said that all types of synthetic hair that they tested, a lot of them are made of polyester, nylon, and other synthetic fabrics, and then they're chemically treated
Yeah.
to feel like hair. And the synthetic hair apparently has a lot of carcinogens in it. So it has what we call VOCs, volatile organic compounds in it. It's been found to have lead, mercury, arsenic, other chemicals in it. So this is not great. This can shut down the kidneys. This can hurt reproductive.
Wow.
So right now, as of a month ago, basically in February, we are now saying that no synthetic hair is safe and that people need to use natural hair and not use synthetic hair at all. So this affects a lot of Black women. And
Yes.
we're finding cancer-causing agents like phenol, for example, in their urine and in their blood. So
Wow, Doc.
real. And just
Wow.
touching the hair can cause it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is my own hair. This is not
Yeah.
synthetic, but touching it, and then you put something in your mouth, as well as through the scalp, you
Right.
can get
Right.
issues. So we
Wow.
are advising women and Black women who are
Yeah.
very affected by this not to use synthetic hair anymore due to the Consumer Reports report that came out in late February.
Now,
So
Doc, could you please mention that one again? Please mention that again to our
yeah,
audience around the country, around the globe,
no
please.
synthetic hair, not at all. Go look at the Consumer Reports from late February of 2025. They found a lot of ingredients whence the hair is treated chemically that are negative and that are causing Black women to have breast cancer, uterine cancer, and endometrial cancer at much higher rates than the rest of the population. So hair is important. I agree. It is important. Now the time to buy natural hair or figure out what you're doing with your own hair that God gave you. But this is not the time to buy synthetic hair. Second piece, we'll switch to men for a second. I mentioned I was on TV1 here today. And so I was talking about the new military guidelines that the Department of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, I've been on Fox Friends with him in the past. Of course, when I go on Fox and Friends, I go in as a liberal, just so nobody's gotten anything twisted. And we've discussed things, so I actually know who he is anyway. I vehemently disagree with the decision to have men start shaving, and then if they get scarring, then they're to wait a little longer and then start shaving again and get more hair bumps and more scarring, and then perhaps down the line they would do possible what did they say they wanted them to do, possible laser hair removal at dermatologist offices. So there's so many things. First of all, think about it. In the Army, the Navy, the Marines, having a close cropped beard like you have does not mean that you're not able to fight. I don't. Maybe if you have some long Santa Claus beard, Kevin, that goes down to your knees, that would impair your fighting ability. But I don't think those people sign up for the military anyway. But this is discriminatory. It's flat out fair. And I would say about 2/3 of Black men that come into my practice, they may come in for other problems, but they also have this problem. And it's because African-American hair is very coily. It coils back under the surface of the skin. The flesh forms over it, and they get these hair bumps, which are called PFB, pseudofolliculitis barbae. Itis anything is inflammation of follicula, obviously inflammation of the hair follicle. So for men, they get PFB, and we treat this in the office with topicals, we treat this in the office with steroid injections, and we treat this in the office with laser. However, laser is a minimum, probably depending on who you go to, of $500 for the lower face per treatment session. Now, if you have any gray in their hair, like you have gray in your hair, laser does not work on gray hairs at all. So why is that fair? And why is that appropriate? So what about men that have, long-term military men that are now going to be discharged according to possibly these new standards? So my advice to the host that I was on TV with was that military men need to get a class action lawsuit together and they need to fight this. This is flagrantly not fair. If they have a close crop beard, this has nothing to do with their military preparedness, just using your head for a second. And quite frankly, for my police officers that I sign waivers for and my military men that I sign waivers for, I'm grateful to have a police department to protect me. And I'm grateful to have a military to protect me. And I'm happy to help them in their endeavors to not have to cut their face up and scar their faces. And some of these scars are permanent and will never go away. So I think it's unacceptable. I think it's not a good change. I don't think it's a healthy change. I think it's flat out discriminatory. And everybody is not the same as everybody else. Genetically, Black men are more predisposed to this. And this should be looked at carefully by a panel of people that understand health equity. Flat out. So if you don't understand health equity, you can't be involved in this panel. We need equal outcomes for all people. Other men from other races are not being asked to scar up their faces to serve in the military. Neither should African American men. And for that matter, I have some Greek men, some Italian men, some Middle Eastern men, some Ashkenazi Jewish men that also come in to see me for razor bumps. But the majority of the population that I have for razor bumps, folliculitis, PFB, are African American men. So that was my male-female nexus. In terms of cosmetic dermatology, a lot of people say to me, oh, why do you do cosmetic dermatology, Dr. Downie? And, you've published over 100 papers and you're such a serious doctor. Isn't that superfluous? My comment to that is that no one wants to be the old guy or the old gal at work anymore. So when you talk about cosmetic dermatology, it is using science and technology to put your best face forward, to put your best hair forward, to put your best body forward. And that's all there is to it. Right. So what do I mean by that specifically? Age discrimination in our society is real. So tons of people come in to see me and they just, they don't want a facelift. They just, hey, doc, could you take a couple of years off? Could you make my face look more even? Could you make my skin tone look smoother? Could you help me with these wrinkles around my mouth after I just quit smoking? Could you help me with this crease here? I look angry all the time. My boss says I look angry and I think I'm not getting a raise. This crease here, that's Botox. The lines around the mouth might be laser or Botox or filler or all three. Help me, my face is starting to sag. I'm not ready for a facelift. Maybe that's a little skin tightening and a little bit of filler. My hair's thinning at the edges. What do I do? Maybe that's a supplement like Nutrafol. And there's I have hair removal lasers in my practice for the face and the body. And I have a hair growth laser that I use on the face. So maybe that's my Keralase, which is my hair growth laser on the face. So it depends on what they want, but there are tailored treatments for anti-aging, and aging is a significant part of our lives these days. And if we weren't aging, we'd be dead. So we'd rather be aging. But when you look at economic viability,
yes,
if you look younger, you're thought to be sharper. That might not be fair, but that's true. And it's also romantic viability, how you look for, the person of your dreams. So it is quite both, but it's not superfluous. How you look is not unimportant, especially not in today's competitive environment where people get passed over for contracts, get passed over for this, get passed over for that, just from a split 2 second. So not superfluous in the least. One of the most popular things I do for men in my practice, I would say, would be chemical peels, laser hair remover for the PFB that we were just talking about, and Botox, which when I put it in a man, I call it Brotox to make them feel better. So I do the Brotox because this frowning in here, to me, when I look at a black man who's frowning, he's just a black man frowning. Maybe he's concentrating, maybe he's thinking, maybe he is actually upset, but I just don't go to maybe he's upset because I'm very comfortable with black men. Whereas if you're not comfortable with black men, maybe you think they're only upset. Maybe they're not concentrating. Maybe they're not thinking. Maybe they're not squinting. Hey, maybe they're squinting, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So, there's many ways that this is read, but this frown in here has cost a lot of people a lot of money. So I like to knock that out. And I tell my female patients also, quite frankly, you are judged by how much you're frowning. Not fair, but it's real. So on my female patients, going to them, I do a lot of Botox, I do chemical peels, I do laser hair removal, and I do a lot of hair restoration for male and female patients in my practice. For female patients, it is a fallacy that Black women don't get their lips done. As we start to get older, everybody's lips lose volume. So this is something where a lot of my patients will come in on a Friday when they're working from home, and they'll see me and they'll get their lips injected, knowing that it might well for Saturday, and then they'll be all set Sunday to go back to work Monday, that type of thing. But it's not just young white women that are getting their lips done. It's a little bit of everybody, because
wow, that's interesting.
If you think about Black people and how we've influenced this society, one of the ways we've influenced this society is with fuller lips. They're considered more attractive than very, very thin lips. You don't look as cute. I don't look as cute. I look better with my full lips. And I tell my patients all the time, they come in, I don't want to look fake. I'm like, I have filler in my face, I have filler in my lips, and I don't look fake. And quite frankly, there's a picture that I put of myself on my Instagram, which is at Jeanine Downie, to your followers and to your listeners. So on my Instagram, I have a picture of myself from when I got married in 1996. And I have a picture of myself from roughly 2 years ago, from I think it was 2023. And I basically show my upper lip. I always thought it was too thin. I never particularly liked it. So when I had the opportunity, I fixed it. And I continue to, because I like my lips to match and I want my upper lip looking more juicy. But I don't look like, I don't know, I don't look like a harlot, right? I look like a businesswoman. I look like a doctor, to me anyway. But I just want to put aside that fallacy that women don't get filler in their lips. Black Now, for men, a lot
That's
of
it.
people come in my office, their face is sinking, their face is caving
Right.
in. Maybe they lost weight after being on Ozempic. My male and female patients, a lot of them are on Ozempic. Maybe just age and they've lost volume from their face. A lot of men get filler and
Yeah.
nobody can tell. All of a sudden, it's just like, wow. One of my patients said, my boss is like all up in my face, like, you look so rested. Why do you keep looking so rested? What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah.
And his comment, this is one of my patients, was, I halfway want to give him your information, but I halfway just, I'm so annoyed because his implication is that I look bad for years.
Right.
Even though I
Right.
look good, type of thing. And so I laughed. I said, well, your
Wow.
boss didn't pay for your treatment, so you give him my information if you
Right.
want to, and you don't if you don't want to. That's what
Right.
I always tell my patients.
Wow. Powerful, Doc.
Realistically, we have to think about the fact that Black people, number one, we don't exercise enough. I
Right.
exercise 7 days a week. I'm annoying. I
Oh,
practice
dude.
what
Wow. It's pretty
I
good,
do.
Doc.
I run, I spin. I like Alex Toussaint on the Peloton for
Yeah.
anyone who likes the Peloton. I do a
Yeah.
lot of weights. I do cardio. Like, I do
Yeah.
crunches. I do, like squats and, like the planks, all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
That's
do all of that. I do a lot of jumping rope. I do a lot of abs, but I work out 7 days a week. The average
yeah.
that I request my patients is to work out 4 days a week. Jumping
Uh,
to Black people do not wear sunblock. We need to wear sunblock with an SPF of 30 every single day, rain or shine.
oh, really, Doc?
Right?
Really?
Even if you're in the house, even if,
Okay.
like, right now I'm in my office, I reapplied the
Yeah.
sun 3 times today because the blue light from my phone
Wow.
and my computer and my
Yeah.
Apple Watch and my iPad that I've been on all day, that affects, and this visible light above me, that
Wow.
all affects your complexion. It can hyperpigment your complexion, make your texture of your skin not as smooth, make you look older faster. Sunblock
Wow.
every single day. One of the main sunblocks that I love for everybody these days is called ZO Broad Spectrum SPF 50. I sell it in my practice. You don't need to be a
Okay.
patient. Call up, give a working credit card, and we will do a charge send and we'll mail it to you. But that is one of my favorite sunblocks.
That's
Cosmeceutical wise, I tell my patients all the time, yes, you need a good moisturizer. You need anti-aging products with growth factor in them. You need retinoids. A lot of patients are so nervous. Just come see a
yeah.
dermatologist once or
Yeah.
twice a year. Get a
Yeah.
face consult. At least get on a good skincare regimen. Don't do
Right.
things that are going to make your skin worse. No
Right.
rubbing your eyes a lot. Rubbing your eyes a lot produces dark circles. We need to sleep
Oh,
more in
really?
our society, not just Black people. All people
Right.
need to sleep more in our society. So
Yeah.
more sleep, more water, less alcohol, no drugs,
Right.
more exercise, and
Yeah.
taking care of ourselves. Our
Wow.
body is our temple.
Yeah.
Anytime I travel a lot for work, as you said before, I was just in
Yeah.
Monaco.
Yeah.
When I was in the airport, I happened to see somebody who looked like they were at least 20 years younger than me in a wheelchair. And as I glanced, I
Wow.
thought to myself, I wonder why they were in that wheelchair. Thank
Yeah.
God that I was able to get out of bed today and exercise.
Right.
Because I
Right.
went down to my Peloton that morning, I was tired. I didn't feel like it. I pushed myself.
Right.
I did it. But then when I saw that person in the airport who can exercise, I thought
Right.
to myself, thank God. So,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
always another perspective. My
Wow.
last comment I would make is that people need to stop being scared to get checked for skin
Yeah.
cancer.
Yeah.
Everyone that has skin, so right, that's every human that's listening to you, should
Yes.
body check once a year from their
Yes.
head to their feet to make sure
Yes.
they don't have skin cancer by a board certified dermatologist, even if it's not covered by your plan, because
Yeah.
Black people, all
Yeah.
people get skin cancer. Anybody with skin can get skin
Yeah.
cancer. So that needs to be done once a year. So those
Wow.
are my tips for the time being.
Oh, I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, all across the
ImageDermatology.com is my website. My Instagram is at Jeanine Downie, at JeanineDownie.
Oh, thank you so much, Doc. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, we've been talking to Dr. Jeanine Downie, ladies and gentlemen. She is board certified dermatologist. She's given us some hot tips today, some hot information. That's interesting about the military deal, Doc. I didn't know that was happening.
That was
Yeah,
just
that was
out as
interesting.
of Friday, so that's
Yeah.
why they
You
asked
have to
me
do some research on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Hey, guys, we're going to have Doc come back on in the future to give her some more time as well to talk about some specific areas. Doc, in the future, I want to talk about these perfumes and all this stuff that people putting on their skin. How is that related to, your practice and what that does to us as well? But
Okay.
that last one, the first one, really about the synthetic hair, man, we got to get this one out for sure.
Yeah, we
Ladies,
do.
I hope y'all paying attention. Y'all got to do
No fake hair, no synthetic hair, only human
Oh,
hair. And if you're in the military, you need to start figuring out a class action lawsuit.
wow.
Sign up,
Incredible.
because this is ridiculous. It's discriminatory against Black men. No one should be asked to scar their face to serve their
Yeah.
country. A short
That's right.
beard would be just fine.
Amen. I love it. Well, Doc, I want to, for those who are listening right now and those listening later on, if you would just give us some final tips and final words as we get ready to close. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, okay, absolutely. So my final tips are, you have one life to live. You want to live it in the best skin that you can be in. So I recommend seeing a board certified dermatologist so you can find out how to treat your skin, what to do and what not to do. In terms of your hair, take great care of your hair, because otherwise your hair will take care of you and fall out. That's not good either. I recommend exercise at least 4 days a week with a combination of cardio and weights. I drink about 15 glasses of water a day. So even though I'm not crazy about plastic, you know, my water is out in here, so I went and got a plastic bottle.
I love it.
But I drink a ton of water.
Are you serious, Doc?
Quite frankly, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. I don't drink alcohol. I'm a little bit of a goody two-shoes. I do swear, but that's off camera that I do that. But I tell everybody the same thing. The better you take care of your body, the longer you will ultimately live. And taking care of your skin, which is the skin is the largest organ of the body, is critical to good health.
Oh, that's powerful, Doc. Thank you so much. Man, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Dr. Jeanine Downie, ladies and gentlemen. She's a board-certified dermatologist, one of the best in the country. Hey, Doc, also, too, for those who say, okay, I'm in a different city now, how do they know where is there like a place to contact dermatologists? How do you know you're going to get a good one?
It's hard, and sometimes it's trial and error. You ask your friends who they're seeing. But you know, basically, you can go to AAD, the American Academy of Dermatology, and look up dermatologists in your area. You can go to ASDS, the American Society for Dermatologic Surgery, and look up doctors in your area. And then word of mouth referrals work really well. I think there's a Find a Doc for African American dermatologists. Unfortunately, we're only, 3.6% of all dermatologists are Black in this country, which is not good. So I'm basically 2% as a Black female physician of 1.3% of dermatologists. So I'm a true unicorn. So it's not like we're everywhere. And we need to support each other and care for each other, you know?
Absolutely. Next time we have you on, we're going to talk about the education and things that people need, because there's probably some people out there that would want to get in this area, don't even know about dermatologists. Well, we want to talk about that in the future. So thank you so much, Doc, for your time today. Wow.
That'd be great.
Guys, this has been My Health, Your Health with Dr. Downie today. Ladies and gentlemen, she's board certified dermatologist. And I'm excited about the fact that she even came on the show today, because she's so busy, guys. You got to understand, she's a busy lady. So, Doc, thank you so much for your time. And your team, too. I know you're not doing all that by yourself. So
no, I'm not.
Thanks to your team as well. And we appreciate your time. Well, Doc, hold on 1 second. We're going to finish out here real quickly. Thank you again, Doc, for your time. I'm excited about getting you back on in the future based on your schedule. Hey, guys, thank you for your time as well. I want you guys, first of all, to share this out on all your platforms. I'm talking about over in Australia, Norway, Africa. We got some folks over there, Africa and Australia. I want you guys to share this out on the planet, because you never know, the words that Doc share with you will help you out a little bit. And of course, do your research. Get in touch with her. She's on Instagram too, guys. On Instagram, let her know how, if you have a question, comment or whatever. She's on Instagram under Jeanine Downie. I just looked it up. Beautiful, beautiful Instagram page there as well. Hey guys, also too, Docs, if you can catch her, she's available for speaking engagements. So get her on your platforms, guys, if she approves, but contact her. I want television, networks, podcasts. You got to get the word out about the issues and the concerns that dermatologists have today. And Dr. Jeanine Downie is one of the best to help us out with that. I can't wait to bring her back. Doc, again, thank you for your time. We got to go, guys. We got to go. Hey, remember, guys, to always out-love, out-serve, and out-forgive each other. Have a powerful rest of the day, and also have a great week, guys. Be intentional and be on purpose. Doc, have a great rest of the week yourself, and appreciate your time again, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. God
Take
bless
care.
you. Amen. Thank you.